Welcome to Tail Talk Grooming Chronicles with Hound Therapy, the podcast where we talk all things pet grooming, daycare, academy, and more. Hosted by Shannon and Tanya of Hound Therapy, serving pet owners across North Texas. We're here to share expert tips, hilarious pet stories, and the inside scoop on keeping your furry friends happy and healthy. Our motto, humanity over vanity. And don't worry, we don't bite. Let's get started. Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
As summer fades and school routines return, many dogs struggle with sudden changes in their environment. In this episode, Shannon and Tanya explain why dogs react to shifting schedules and how owners can help their pets adjust. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Sophia Yvette, co-host and producer, back in the studio with Shannon and Tanya, professional groomers at Hound Therapy. How are you both feeling today?
We're good. For anybody who can see this, it's been a long work day.
Well, ladies, let's go ahead and dive right in. Maybe we can turn the day around. So, why does the dog's behavior change when summer ends and the back to school season begins?
Well, I mean, the dogs, they're used to it. This is their heaven, right? Summer for dogs this is perfect for them. They've got everybody's around. They get to go on vacations. Children who've gone off to college are now back home.
Yeah.
Little ones, they get to stay up late. You get to go, they just get to do more outside time.
Couch cuddles.
Yeah, just more attention all the way around. So it's perfect. They love it. They don't ever want it to change.
Yeah.
Then school starts, and just overnight, everyone's gone again, and they just got used to everybody coming back. So, dogs and cats can actually become really accustomed to a certain schedule and a routine, as much as an activity, level and attention that they're getting. And if that's something that they're getting on a consistency for, several weeks to, a few months, well, they want to continue that usually. um, so, if the kids specify some time that they, if they've missed them, and children typically have a lot more added energy
Yeah.
than the parents. At least that's how it is at our house. So they're just getting to do a whole lot more stuff. Things that you might notice is that they're barking more, or they follow you every single place you go. They're afraid to be alone. You've now gone off to work. You come home, and they're Velcro. They act a little bit more anxious or needy. They might, urinate or chew some of,
Yeah.
toys up, or socks or clothing, or they're anxious, right? They're like, just all of a sudden everybody's gone. So it's a big dramatic, all or
It's a big
nothing.
thing for a little thing, for a little dog.
Yeah, they tend to, they love their routines. Dogs typically, I mean, when we talk about training, we talk about consistency.
Yep.
We talk about, doing the same thing all the time. And that's going to be how your dog relates and reacts, and responds. So that's kind of what you're doing with your routine, is that you're consistent one way during school and you're
Yeah.
consistent another. Not to mention, tensions can be a little high. I mean, if you've got young children or college children, I mean, you're packing, you're moving, you're unpacking, and you're moving, or you're, oh gosh, my kids aren't used to getting up at 7 in the morning, and then they don't want to eat, and we've got to find our socks and our shoes. We've got to go back to, look, got to pay attention.
Chaotic household.
Yeah. And so everyone's a little, on edge, or, just trying to get the hang of it again. It's hard to jump back into that routine, and all your dog is seeing is like, why is everyone stressed out? Like, we're just going to the park today, man. And then boom, everyone's gone, and they're like, what happened?
But where's the park?
Where did everybody go? So, it's a big routine change for them as well.
How much of this shift is related to separation stress when families return to school and work routine?
Yeah, I would say a lot of it. Let's just start with packing. My dog, if I pull out a suitcase,
The world's
immediately
gonna end.
knows that, something is happening. If I spray perfume on, dogs are very, very receptive,
Yes.
or perceptive. I'm not sure what the word is to use there, but they understand a whole lot more than you think that they do. They are. It's the little things that you don't normally wear heels, and now you've got
Right.
heels on. You don't normally turn the blow dry on and do your hair and put your full makeup on, spray your perfume. Your dog's like, oh no,
Yep.
I'm gonna be alone. So it's that kind of a thing. So getting ready for school, seeing all of the new stuff come in, the
Yeah.
bags, it's disruptive. Um, they have a difficulty settling down. The doors are often open and closed a little bit more. You've got your heat stress. You've got they're not getting all of that attention that they had before. So some of the behaviors that owners might mistake for being just stubborn or acting is you know, what's going on. Just kind of stop and take a look and try to look at from your dog's perspective.
Yeah.
And this could even be your grandchildren. Maybe you had your grandkids for the summer, or
Yeah.
you had more visitors in, or you were traveling a little bit more to now you're home more often. I mean, we have other dogs that can react exactly the opposite, where they have the
They're
whole house to
they're used to
themselves.
being alone, and then
They're
everybody's
six,
home. They're like,
yeah,
"Oh
they're
my god,
older. Yeah,
go away."
they might be older and they've had a whole bunch of little kids, so they've had to be locked up for the summer, and now you've let them back out, and they could be angry about that. I mean, there's a whole lot of
Yeah.
different case scenarios that people don't really realize. They've had to spend more time outside, and they're like, "Why am I out here? It's AC inside, man."
Yeah.
um, or they've traveled with you and they weren't used to traveling to now we're back home. So there's a lot of different it's whatever your normal routine is. It often changes in the summertime. Um, and it's not something that you really understanding that, your dog, has had a whole big adjustment as well. We understand that it's an adjustment for our children and for our spouses and our work and, everything else that we have going on, but we don't really look at it from the reality of, a dog's life. And that it's a whole different, they want, that one owner attention or that really, active lifestyle. And it's always
Yeah.
disrupted when you have a big influx or change happening in your house. And back to school is definitely one of those.
Speaking of, what daily habits can owners introduce to help their dogs feel more secure?
So try to keep as much of your dog's daily habit that you normally do before school. So if you don't normally travel, when you're packing, kind of introduce that to them, kind of play, have fun. So you're distracting them.
Yeah.
Give them maybe some chew bones or some toys or some extra snacks or treats while you're doing those extra added things. So you're kind of, hey, look, we're doing some things differently. We have a house full of people, but you're getting this as well, right?
Yeah.
Or we're going to distract your dog while I pull out my suitcase with this bone. He's not even going to realize you have the suitcase out.
Make it worth it. Make it
Yeah,
worth it.
it's a high value reward.
Yeah.
So we're training them that, hey, when we pull these things out, it's good for you too. And if you don't normally go out with your dog, introduce them slowly into the heat. Or if they don't normally stay inside or crated, get them used to wanting to be into a crate. Again, when you're putting them in that crate or, into a space that's private area from everybody else, make sure you set it up with a lot of
Yeah.
high value rewards for them, whether it's treats or beds or cool air or something, more water, an upscale food, anything that, is going to distract them
Yes.
from anything else that's different that's going on. So if I'm here, I get that. That's a good reward. I'll stay here.
Yeah.
And that's helpful. Keep in mind too, a lot of people will have pet sitters that will come in and visit, and or pop-ins, or they'll go to the vet a little bit more often because you have more time and or because you're boarding. So these aren't always great things, but if you'll know that you're doing that for the summer, take them a couple of times, to get them used to that for just a day or two, whether you need it or not. That way it's not just this abrupt, "Hey, this is happening now, and
Yeah.
I don't know where I am. I don't know anybody here, and I'm here for a long time. So it's just like anything else. You want to introduce them into something slowly or with a high value treat, so that they can, realize that, hey, when you do this, I get that. And it can be fun. You could pack in secret, I suppose, too, which is really just kind of taking the whole process away from them. They don't know it, but then you're gone abruptly. So it's better to kind of do it slowly and introduce it in a way that's positive for them.
Yep.
Thank you both for sharing your insights. We appreciate your time and look forward to having you both back for the next episode.
That's a wrap for this episode of Tail Talk with Hound Therapy. Ready to book your pet's next groom, daycare stay, or grooming academy tour? Call us at 469-367-0009. That's 469-367-0009 to schedule an appointment. Or visit us online at www.houndtherapy.com. Serving North Texas with expert pet care. Until next time, keep those tails wagging.